Month 10 in the calendar of the Eternal, Month 1, Gregorian calendar, Day 9, 2022. In dreams, I was seeing a woman and her husband moving from a huge house to a smaller one, far from this first house. The second house, to get to it, had to struggle a lot, and not many wanted to be in that place. I saw that they were moving in a hurry. They arrived at the place, settled in it as best they could. Before leaving, they warned many that they had to get out of the danger zone where they lived. But none of them mute their thoughts and continued their lives as if nothing was happening. The couple that moved out worked hard, and soon they had everything ready so that, with God's help, withstand the impact, that great worldwide reset that was expected. They prayed everywhere, day and night, and like ants in the spring, they prepared themselves with everything they needed for the winter. Thus, in this way, they worked. One day, some ladies came to them to visit and said that they wished to leave from where they were to go there with them. They were very convincing. And the lady of that family went out in her car with them to look for some of their belongings. They arrived at the place, loaded what they could, and began their return. Soon, they passed by a road that was collapsing. It was all cracked, and soon it gave way, and they could no longer continue in the car. The crack reached the car, and they fell over. They continued on foot. Soon, a great flood caused them to give up, and they had to take another road. They went up a gorge, little by little. There they had to continue leaving everything they were carrying, because they could not carry it. At the end of that gorge, they had to go down a steep slope, where the little they were carrying weighed them down by gravity, and almost made them fall down that gorge, down towards a wide river that was there. So giving up all the belongings they were carrying, they had to continue on their way with only what they had in one hand. Quickly, they reached the wide river, but to cross it, there was only one rope, so they had to use their two hands. They could not even carry what they were carrying in one hand. So leaving what they were carrying, they had to hold on to the rope and cross, and so they could get to the place where they were going to be safe. At that moment, there I woke up, and I meditated on this, how many times the Lord, in one way or another, has let us know that it is time to lighten the loads, that only what is necessary, and even that those who go out at the end of time are going to go out with very little or nothing for saving their lives. Oh, beloved, may God grant that we may understand, so that we may in this way fulfill the plan that God has for each one of us in our lives. For that is the most important thing. If we seek the kingdom of God and his righteousness, everything else will be added to us. The Lord does not desire his children to suffer, but sadly, when we seek our own convenience or what we think is best for us, that is when our suffering really begins. May God grant that we may submit ourselves to the eternal and leave the consequences of our whole life and future to him, for only in this way will we be victorious in him. May it be so. May the Lord bless us.